What's up, YouTube? Fort Wayne Fish Tanks here, and I haven't done an informational video. I've just done updates for a long time, and I kind of want to change that. I'm going to start doing more content that the people enjoy because I haven't got as many views recently, and I don't know what you guys want me to make for videos. So just tell me in the comments, because I just thought this was a good idea because it's a pretty popular category and it's an informational video. So, how do I get my guppies to grow fairly well? I mean, there's a few main factors in guppy growth, and then there's the strategy I use, and a lot of other people use it. It's very accepted in the guppy breeding community. So I'll start with just the basics. So baby guppies, you need to feed them quite often. You can use crushed up flakes, this fry food like Akari First Bites, live or frozen or decapsulated brine shrimp eggs, or live brine shrimp, frozen brine shrimp. Or you can feed them other live foods or other types of food designed for baby guppies and or community fish. So, and you should feed them about 3 times a day, maybe more. About as much as you can, about once every couple hours, every 3 hours. And all this food helps them grow, gain all those calories, gain the energy to go do guppy things. So, first thing, that is feeding. Feed them quite often with good foods. Second thing, plants, live plants, fast-growing plants like hornwort, elodia, or maybe, topwater plants like salvinia, duckweed, java moss. All these plants are good candidates for your guppy fry tank if you want to raise in a separate tank, because these live plants absorb nitrates, and less nitrates, the better quality of the water, thus helping your guppies grow faster and grow healthier. So, plants just don't, that's not all you need to keep your tank clean. Water changes are also a very big factor. Do 50% weekly or bi-weekly, your call. Either way it works. Even better if you have live plants as a buffer in between to keep your water nice and healthy. Water changes with prime, pretty similar temperature to the water the guppies are in, because you don't want to hurt the baby guppies. These are sub-adult guppies at this point. But yeah, so water changes, plants, feeding, and filtration. Sponge filters work fine, easy to maintain. You can clean them out every week or so whenever you do your water changes. Just squeeze them, twist them around a bit, and it wrings out all the bad stuff in the water. So sponge filters are good. Heating, about 70, I run about 78, and 78, I was reading it backwards, but yep, I run about 78 degrees pretty consistently. That gets them growing nice and healthy. So those are the main factors to raising guppy fry, but you can do it like that, but with a little twist. I prefer to do this. It's my first time using this strategy, and it's worked phenomenally. These guys are probably 2 months old, and they're already looking pretty mature. Mature females. The males are starting to color up. They all have normal fins, but the male is starting to kind of go from curved to more pointed now at this point. But what I did for the first month, I kept it half level, about 5 gallons of water volume to keep the food concentrated so they don't have to run up and down and around the tank to get their food. They don't have to chase it nearly as much as they would with a full volume tank. So this way they save valuable energy doing fish stuff, just like foraging and swimming around, and it'll give them more calories, more energy per meal, because they don't have to chase it around and stuff, so they'll be getting bigger and fatter and healthier that way. So fill it halfway for the first month. The rest of it, 50% weekly, bi-weekly water changes. Pretty easy with a 5-gallon tank. And the rest you just fill it up and keep it 10 gallons, same schedule, 50% weekly, bi-weekly. I needed to do one here. I haven't done one in about 4 or 5 days. But then you do that, 50% bi-weekly, even a full volume, and keep your live plants growing. Keep feeding them religiously. Keep your filters cleaned and maintained. And that's it. You got your guppies growing. About the most I'd recommend in one tank, probably 15. I got just about 12, 15 in here. Dwarf panda guppy fry. Just give them, so they're not quite overstocked. It's a pretty well-stocked system. And That will help them grow faster with less fish in this volume of water. So those are good strategies, good tips to grow your guppies in a separate tank. Nice, fat, healthy, and fresh. You got to keep your guppies fresh in clean, fresh water. There you go. But that's how you get your guppies growing very nicely, in my experience, my personal experience. Most breeders will tell you a similar methods to breed their guppies. So those are the main factors in breeding guppies. So, alright guys, tell me what else you want me to make in terms of informational videos and or updates. So this is Fort Wayne Fish Tanks signing off.